After seeing how much Portuguese culture has been woven into this neighborhood, I almost felt like I was in Lisbon, sitting by the waterfront watching the sunset. Then I remembered we're still in Toronto, and thankfully, Lake Ontario does a pretty good job of recreating the view, just without the fresh seafood straight from the Atlantic. Back in Beaconsfield Village, you'll find another beautiful example of that Portuguese influence at Alexander Muir, Gladstone Avenue Junior and Senior Public School. The school's exterior features ceramic murals inspired by traditional Portuguese azulejos, with each panel highlighting values students are encouraged to live by, including truth, love, wisdom, humility, honesty, and respect. It's details like these that make Beaconsfield Village so authentic. The neighborhood doesn't preserve its history behind museum walls. It lives on through its streets, public art, schools, and the people who continue to call it home. Very good. Crunchy, crispy. Just all you need for a natto. Speaking of schools, if you've watched any of my neighborhood walking tours before, you know I always like to give parents a quick overview of the local education options. So let's take a look at what families can expect in Beaconsfield Village. Hey guys, I want to take a quick pause here to briefly introduce myself. I'm Eli Yashwi. I'm a residential real estate agent here in Toronto, and I've helped hundreds of buyers move in and around the city. Whether that's to a condo in downtown Toronto or a freehold townhouse or a detached home in Markham or Richmond Hill, my team and I have the most advanced tools and data insights about the Toronto real estate market that we can share with you when it comes time to buying or selling your home. So if you have any questions about the Toronto real estate market, or you're curious to explore what properties are selling in any particular neighborhood, make sure to reach out to me. You can find all my contact information down in the description of this video below. And with that out of the way, let's head back to the video. And as always, let's make a quick stop at a neighborhood favorite, Badiali's. I think this pizzeria is a reflection of the neighborhood itself. Simple, intentional, and focused on doing one thing exceptionally well. Every slice is thin, crispy, and packed with flavor. Now, full disclosure, this isn't actually my favorite pizza spot in Toronto, but I still find myself coming back again and again because it's never just about the pizza. It's the whole experience, joining the line, chatting with people around you, and finally taking that first bite. Somehow, it hits the spot every single time. And remember when I mentioned that these neighborhoods were built for people long before they were built for cars? Well, Badiali's is just another great example of that. It's a place you naturally stumble upon while walking, where grabbing a slice becomes part of the neighborhood experience rather than just a destination. If you're planning for a food crawl, I'd also recommend Bernard's for its cozy dining room and incredible roast chicken with potatoes, or Vilda's if you're after a fantastic sandwich on the go. Alright, we're more than halfway through the neighborhood tour, and you might be wondering, when is this guy finally going to talk about real estate? How much does it cost to buy a condo here, and what about detached homes? Well, if you're new to the channel, here's something you might not expect. I'm probably not your typical realtor. I'm not going to tell you that buying real estate in Toronto is the best financial investment you'll ever make. In fact, if we're talking purely about the numbers, I'd argue it's often one of the most expensive financial decisions you'll make. Between land transfer taxes, legal fees, commissions, interest, maintenance, and all the other carrying costs, it can easily take 5 to 10 years before you even think about meaningful financial returns. That's because my philosophy has never been centered around maximizing return on investment. After all, my slogan is, home is where wellness begins. To me, buying a home isn't just a financial decision, it's a life decision. It's where you wake up every morning, where you recharge after work, where you raise a family, host friends, pursue hobbies, and spend the majority of your life. In fact, a recent Princeton University study analyzed nearly 2 decades of American time use survey found that adults are spending more time at home than ever before. Between 2003 and 2022, the average American spent an additional 1 hour and 39 minutes at home every single day, continuing a trend that began well before the pandemic. And when you zoom out, here's the statistic that really changed how I think about real estate. We spend roughly 2/3 of our lives at home. Think about that for a second. If we spend most of our lives in one place, shouldn't we spending more time choosing it than simply asking whether it will go up 10% over the next few years? That's one of the reasons why I left a career in fintech. I wanted to take the analytical mindset I developed working for some of the world's largest fintech companies and apply it to something much more meaningful: helping people make confident home buying decisions. And that's where my process is different. Instead of starting with listings and prices, I start by understanding why you're moving, what life stage you're at, and what are your top priorities. Maybe you're tired of waiting for elevators every morning. Maybe living in a high-density building has left you feeling disconnected from your neighbors. Or maybe your condo layout no longer works for the way you live. And for the older folks out there, maybe you've outgrown your home, or maintaining a large backyard has become a burden and more work than enjoyment. Those frustrations are usually symptoms of a deeper problem. My job is to diagnose what's no longer serving you and help you uncover the right solution. Together, we identify your must-haves, nice-to-haves, and your non-negotiables. We look beyond the square footage and granite countertops and focus on finding a neighborhood and a home that genuinely improves your everyday life. Because the best home isn't necessarily the biggest, the newest, or even the one that appreciates the fastest. It's the one that allows you to live the life you actually want. Now, with all that said, let's finally answer the question you've been waiting for. What does it actually cost to live in Beaconsfield Village? Here's a quick snapshot of what freehold homes were selling for in 2026, broken down by property type. Keep in mind, these are median sale prices across the neighborhood, so take them with a grain of salt. Every home is unique, and value depends on much more than just size or interior finishes. Lot sizes, location, fronting street, exposure, condition, renovations, and countless other factors all play a role. If you'd like to discuss your own property or buying plans, it's easy to do. You can reach out to me or schedule a call directly using the contact information in the video description below. Now, let's look at condos. Here's a quick snapshot of median condo prices in 2026, broken down by property size. Whether you're looking for an authentic hard loft at Argyll Lofts, a boutique building like 109 Ossington or 1169 Queen Street West, or any other newer condo buildings near Queen Street West, this should give you a good starting point of what you can expect. As a local realtor, I've had countless of conversations with couples and growing families who feel frustrated by the rising cost of real estate. They understand the certainty and stability that comes with owning a home and putting down roots, but for many, that first step feels increasingly out of reach. That's why I find one of the most exciting trends in Beaconsfield Village is the rise of thoughtfully designed luxury multiplexes. Instead of tearing down the neighborhood's character, these projects breathe new life into older single-family homes by transforming them into high-quality rental housing. This project, for example, took 2 underutilized homes and converted them into 8 beautifully designed rental units in just 10 months. By using the CMHC's MLI Select financing option, the developer was able to create much-needed housing while preserving the neighborhood's charm. And for renters, it creates an opportunity to enjoy everything Beaconsfield Village has to offer: its walkability, cafes, parks, schools, and sense of community, without needing hundreds of thousands of dollars up front for a down payment and closing costs. As promised, here are 2 of my favorite coffee shops in Beaconsfield Village. First, you've got Fix Coffee and Bikes at Gladstone Avenue and Argyle Street. They rotate beans from coffee roasters across Canada, so every visit is a chance for you to try something new. I recently discovered Java Roasters from Leslieville here, and it was incredible. Rich, jammy, buttery, and easily one of my favorite coffees this year. I've also featured Leslieville on this channel, so I'll link that neighborhood walking tour in the video description below. My second pick is Highly Likely, just down the street at Gladstone Avenue and Queen Street West. I love the relaxed atmosphere here, their signature Raff Latte with orange zest, and their pastries. They also partnered with Ethica Coffee Roasters to create their house espresso, and it's an excellent choice if you come try it out. If you've watched my Junction neighborhood walking tour, you'll probably remember Ethica. I'll also link that video in the description below. Now, before we wrap up, let's make one final stop at the Parkdale neighborhood house. Come with me to check out this architectural masterpiece in the heart of Ossington. Go upstairs. It's a museum here. And that's a wrap for today's episode in Beaconsfield Village. From heritage lofts and modern condos to townhouses and family-sized homes, it's easy to see why this West End neighborhood has become one of Toronto's most desirable areas to live in. And if you have any questions about the Toronto real estate market, or you're curious to learn more about the different neighborhoods that make up this beautiful city, make sure to get in contact with me and I'll show you everything you need to know before making that big decision. And with that out of the way, I'll see you on the next episode. Cheers.